Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is News Tower, and my paper is The Sounding Rocket. It is in New York City in 1933, and we have a couple of things going on here. We're going to go ahead and begin to chase these down. First of all, just as we ended the last episode, we got the little alert that we have more stuff coming in, and one of our goals is we need to get dirt, which I think is entertainment and politics and sports. So we're going to go ahead and hit politics, sports and politics. There we go. And we'll see if that plays out for us. Well, I don't have a camera, so I can't do this part. We do get bonuses if we complete the mayor's mission for these. So I do want to do that part. And let's see what we can do. Go ahead and assign Clifford to this. He'll get it done in just 9 hours. He's really getting efficient at his job. The printer is broken right now. The repairman should be coming down to fix that. Let's get an ad started as well. What do we need for this one? We don't have an illustrator, so this one just isn't going to happen. We could start it. Maybe we do that. We'll start it, and then we can cut the second part of it like we can with any other story, I think. I think we get to do that. So we'll do that, and hopefully that works out for me. And if not, well, we all learned a lesson, didn't we? Okay, in the last episode, I spent a lot of our influence, like 30 of 32 points, to buy pneumatic tubes. If you haven't seen them before, we're going to toss them in right now. They work really well. It's an interesting little thing, and I'm going to go ahead and we come up here to structure. I'm going to go ahead and install them. So here it is, and what it is, if you've ever, depending on your age, you may have seen something like this. We used to see these a lot in major office buildings that had, that were tall, like 20 stories or above. They would use them to move mail and that. Sometimes you would see it at like car dealers in their shop, in the mechanical part. I can't think of what you call that. The service bays and that. They would kind of use a pneumatic tube or something like that. And of course, drive-through banking uses the pneumatic tubes. So if you're familiar with any of those, this should make some sense. But what we tend to do is you put it somewhere where the reporters can get to it easily. You put the first half there, and you put the second half next to where your typesetters in that are working. And the reason you do that is instead of bringing the stuff up and waiting for the elevator and, having to elbow their way through, and as you can see, there's a lot of people waiting for the elevator. Instead of doing that, they'll just toss it in the pneumatic tube, send it right up here, guy will come and get it, and that's all it takes. So you save the time of waiting for the elevator. Now where it becomes really interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and put 2 in, they're not that expensive, and we'll just do that. So there's 2 of them there that they can use. But where it becomes interesting eventually is you're going to have your typesetters. You're going to have another area that is illustrations. You're going to have another area that's photography. You basically set these up just like this. You have a bank of them. The reporters use the appropriate one, put it in the tube, shoot it to the right department. You save a lot of time. And that is what they're there for. So we spent very little money installing them, all things considered, and we're kind of good to go. They're ready to kick it. So we'll probably see one of these in use in the very near future. For now, though, let's see what is going on. So we're working on the story there. We have some old news and broken stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all these right now while I'm thinking about it. Again, I've kind of found this useful lately. It helps me visualize how many stories I really have, how hard I need to push. The rest of these look good. None of them are complete. They're probably all sitting right here. And oh, we lost a crime. So we're going to need a gruesome story. I just deleted one of those. That I did. What I should have held on to that. That's bad on my part. We'll see what we can do there. And we got dirt, so that's done, although it's going to include a lie. And you know what we don't have that would be really helpful with this is the editor. That's the other thing. If you know you're going to be using an editor now and again, you have a tube that goes to the editor's desk. Then if we were right here, and then the editor has a tube that shoots it up to typesetting in that is absolutely a way to go. In fact, what I do in my tower, what will eventually happen is my editor's desk will be where the tubes are. They come there first, and then everybody can come to the editor's desk to get their stuff. It's kind of centralized. They can walk an equal distance to get to it, and it's already built in. The editor is right there if it's something can be used. Okay, enough about that. And I wanted to see what we had here. So we have Pinocchio. Let's go ahead and send. We'll send Chester. We need the dirt story. We need it to try to close this out. So we're going to go after that. And there she is to fix the printer. Another story coming in. Politics. We said no unrest this week. Okay, but we could do the additional part of the story. And we can just cut the part we don't want. Over here, that's kind of what we're doing. Serge is going to come up here, and once he's done, I'm going to see if we can let the story go. I don't know if we'll be able to. These are just popping, aren't they? Okay, there we go. So we do need to get started on this one now. We'll send Stefan up there. Oh, not his kind of thing. We don't have anybody available right now for politics, so we'll go to the bottom half of this one. Go with Clifford. And we'll have to wait on that one. That's the one we just looked at. We're going to let Serge finish that across the next 3 hours. And that ad is ready to go. And I'm ready to cut bait on that one as well and start another one. There we go. Ooh, look at that. 6 influence points. I should have paid attention to that, shouldn't I? That should have been the first one I did. All right, well, that's underway, and I think if we click here, we'll just let them finish this, and it's just going to sit there then. I think that's how that will work. Okay, that should be enough time there, so we'll pause, see what we can do. Are we still waiting on somebody? We are not. Chester could do that part of the story. We'll do that. That one's taken care of. How about here? We don't want to do unrest, so we'll just finish that story. Did I do it again? That was this one, right? No, it was not. I meant to pay attention. Maybe it was this one. I bet it was this one. Okay, that's okay then. So we cut the story. It just leaves us the part that we didn't cut. And I'm hoping that is how that played out. This one is just going to sit because we don't have this guy yet. And we don't have the ability to get him right now. Okay, another one coming in. That's good. More politics. It's a one-off again. Well, some news is better than no news. Sports. Another dirt story. So we could have probably avoided that other one if we really wanted to. There we go. Kind of like a karma thing, I think. You skip a story because it's like, oh, that doesn't have enough good stuff, and then you don't get any good stuff ever again. That's what it feels like. Okay, we really need a gruesome story, and those are crime and entertainment. So let's change this up, whoops, to crime and entertainment. Prioritizing. No more sports to research. Excellent. We won't be seeing any more of those. Maybe not excellent, but it's a thing. And there's lawsuits involved in this one. Let's send John. We do have lawyers to work, right? There we go. We dodged it. Doesn't matter. We have 2 lawyers. No waiting. So, yeah, all right. More stuff. Gruesome. Hey, look at that. We got one. So... Stefan, get out there, buddy. Get your report on. That's really corny, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it as soon as I said it. So you can hold off on the hate mail on that one, folks. I started to say I'll never say it again, but I really can't promise that. So, yeah, you know how the brain works, right? So there we go. Put that one there. And do we have an entertainment person? Oh, we don't need an entertainment person because I blew it right there. So that's fine. That's fine. It was a choose. And I, once again, wasn't paying close enough attention to catch that. There we go, gruesome. That's what I was thinking about. Let's get... We're going to put Chester on that part. He's able to do it. But the reason we did that is because she can do this part much faster than he would have been able to. So there we have it. And outrage. Oh, Stefan's used to dealing with outrage. And let's see how bad it is. 7 protesters. No protesters. Okay, dodged a bullet. They probably heard about our ad that we're not going to draw pictures for, and they were like, they're not even going to sell any papers. Why are we bothering? I think that's what happened there. All right, real quick, we see we're at 384 on the paper. So while I'm waiting and not fast forwarding, I'll drop a few of these in here. It'd be great to get to a point where it thinks it needs the emergency stuff again, because that means we're printing a lot of pages, or papers rather. It's going into a lot of homes, lots of circulation. All right, yet another gruesome. We can cut back on these now, but let's go ahead and get this one done. And there, we'll just turn those off. Everything's off, and stories are waiting to be completed. I was not watching to see if anybody has used the tube. Here we go. He's going to use the tube. He puts it in the tube. It shoots out its little exhaust. It pops up here. This guy takes it out and goes and does his work. So, and there you can see he just got in the elevator. He's shooting up here. There he is. He would have just now been getting here. Now, of course, it didn't save that much time because now the door would be opening and then he'd be moving it over here. But this guy's already working on it. And if the elevator hadn't been as fast, or if it had had to stop here, things like that, you know, there you have it. That's why we put in the pneumatic tubes. Also, I think they're working a lot better than they did initially. It felt like in the past they really got knotted up quite a bit, and I haven't really seen that at all. Definitely want to pursue this. I would love to get to a breakthrough. I don't know if we will, but we'd probably want the points from this either way. So let's see what happens there. Influence points. Again, we'll always take those when we can get them. Stefan back out on the beat. Got lots of stories this time. Like lots of stories. Okay, this is probably a good one to slow play. Got 1, 2, 3. So you figure that's at least a day and a half if everything goes extremely well. That puts us at, we're at Saturday, so it puts us in midway through Sunday before we're even working on them, so we really don't have to worry about going too slow. Here we are on this one. Get there, Evelyn. 17 hours. Yeah, we're not going to get that breakthrough done. I might be willing to sacrifice it. This is worth a lot of papers in the next episode, but we'll see. There we do have this one going, and as soon as someone is available for it, we're going to do that. 20 hours. We'll tell it to prioritize it. I don't think it'll get done, but we'll give ourselves a chance. Wow, already done with this one. Okay, well, we don't have anybody, so we're just going to have to wait a minute. And roll the presses. We'll send Clifford out over. Oh, we don't. Well, this isn't getting done today, so this will be fine. We don't need to worry about the unrest on that one. Is this the one it's the one we just looked at. So now we'll look at this one. That breakthrough. Yeah, nobody's available. I should have used Stefan. I'm going to hold off and let the breakthrough happen in the next issue of the paper. So we'll just go ahead and roll. Wow, we do have a lot of stories this time. Holy cow. Not really used to that happening as often as it used to. Okay, Evelyn is now available for this. But you see, it's a 2-day story. She's going to cut it down by half, probably. A little more. No way it would have gotten done. But it will now for next week. Over here, we still are waiting on everybody. Could get a police fine with this one. I don't like the police fine one, but we'll take the risk. looks good. Got away with it. Something about it being a free country. I missed that. I should have been paying closer attention. What'd we get? Wanted posters. Okay. Well, that's a nice little bonus. It's a +1. I probably could stand to go through and clean those up some. I haven't added the new bonuses in a while. That'll give everybody something to talk about anyway. All right. Well, we are almost at the end of the day. Let's just get this done. How are we? Oh, I ran it a little too close because I wanted to see. Oh, we're great on paper. We don't have anything to worry about there. Okay, let's go to the top and let's tell it to order by how finished they are. Not quite what I mean, but there you have it. Wow, we should put this ad. So we're gonna take a hit this week, I think. We don't have any gold. We only have like 2 or 3 silver tags that are ready to go. So I'm going to do what I have to do. Let's see, can we cut this here? I don't know if we can. It's almost expired. I'm not sure what to think about that. What I'm thinking is we take this 6 and we multiply it by 3, and that'll give me 18 influence points, and that's a good chunk of influence points. That's enough, I think, to hire the photographer and that group of workflow. So, politics. Well, we can go with Pinocchio here. This will do that. Got that one covered, and we'll put this one here. Not a lot of papers getting sold, but it's a start. Here, we'll go with a statement. Oh, we do want to manage the above and below the line kind of stuff. This is fine. Yeah, if we stay in this range, I have no concern about that. So we'll come back to that a little later when it's not quite as pressing as it might have been. Here's one. That one's a match. This one is not ready. None of these are ready down here. So we have 2 gold stories pending for next week. That's good. And so far, oh, we printed a defeat. We're gonna have to clean that up. Please don't be the good. It's not. It's the Pinocchio story. All right, so let's come back. Let's bring this back here, and let's see if it's possible for us to cut the part that has defeat. Yeah, it looks like it is. So we'll cut that. At least we keep the story. Of course, we lost the political match there. So that's not helpful, but we can put this one in there. That'll work. Still doing okay there. So, okay, we didn't lose the match. We maintain that the mayor still loves us, although we haven't put any hands in there yet either. That'll be next. So, I don't see any more education over here. I do see this is a hand story, and is that it? I thought we had like 2 of them coming, although I just see the one now. Well, you know what? You do this. You click on it, and it bounced. There they are. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's the other. Yeah, we're not stealing that. So, okay. Well, we have a silver here that is ready to go. We're going to drop that there, and we'll match him with that. Econ, education, I don't think we have it. Oh, we do have one more of those. There we go. Still doing okay there. That was page 3. How about page 2? Well, I'm seeing 3 gun stories. Maybe those become page 4. We put Pinocchio above the fold so that it doesn't impact the left-right. Then we put one here. And one here, and then we just scroll through. That one's done. We have 1 story there, and actually that's it. Okay. I think we just go with the mostest here, and that's going to be this guy. Yeah. Trying to look to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think we're good there. Drop him in here. We're only getting 2 bonuses out of the mayor. I was hoping for more than that. But we are closing out Mid-Island. That'll gain us an influence as well. So, and then of course, the 3 times of the 6, we're gonna have like 22, I think, influence points this time. I'll take it. We are good on paper. Starting to pay better attention to that. We're gonna start and we're gonna print. Steelworkers unite. Is that what it said? I didn't quite see it. All right, what a beautiful world we live in. My political views may actually be shifting. We saw that one last time too. We have sold fewer and fewer papers across the last several weeks, so we're going to need to be a little careful about that. But we did. We got 21 points. Very, very good. Needed that. That'll get us photographers, though, and stories with photographs are always gold. So that helps tremendously. They are hard to produce. They're expensive to produce, but it knocks you up a notch. So we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, wow, half of what our revenue often is, so, or has been anyway. But we picked this guy up, 3,000 loyal subscribers now. We met the mayor's obligations, or a little closer to the bank, which doesn't help us much. I think it gives us decreased loans, and I don't think we've ever taken a loan in this playthrough. But nonetheless, moving forward. Yeah, that worked. Good. I did mean to go back and double check it, although I think it would have told us minus 20%, and I would like to think I would have noticed that. 3 more ads, okay. That can work. Okay. Wow, 2 folks advance, one in production, the telegrapher. Okay, I think that just speeds him up. And a reporter in econ. That is fantastic. Here we go. Let's see what the mayor wants. He wants 6 points. That's good. He just simply wants a statement above the fold. I think we can go after that. I think she's going to still be print. Oh, she's got combos, but we're only worth 2 points total. I think we're going to hold off there. And I'm assuming, well, I need to print a mayor and a general. Well, we'll hold off on that one. That one might be super doable as well. We're going to go with the mayor again. And then we closed the neighborhood out. This one, let's see what else we can do. How about over here? We have one of those coming. We do get quite a few of those. So that might be a good way to go. What about... We don't have any of those waiting. That could be fun. I think we go with that one. That feels good this time. I'm going to do that. All right. Oh, before we hit that button, we want to look at 2 things. First is the graphics workshop. We could get the illustrator. That would cost us 16 of our 23 points. Or come over here to the Photo Academy and we could get the photographer for 16 of our 23 points. I am leaning towards the photographer. The reason I'm leaning towards the photographer is they tend to come up a little more often than the other ones. The other one I do like to get is the cartographer, and he's 16 points as well. You're starting to see a theme there, I bet. I think we go with the photographer this time. We'll go after the illustrator next, but we're going to start with the photographer. We've seen 2 of these come through, I believe. There it is. Too late to back out now. And that opens up a really big, as you can see, that was a lot of stuff. And there's a reason it was a lot of stuff. It's because there's a lot of things you have to fill in for that to happen. There's new workstations, and we will talk about all of that in the next episode. Let's go ahead and let's make sure we get an ad started first before I do anything to end the episode. At least we'll have that going for us, because I do forget those pretty frequently. And then we'll go ahead and get this guy started. And that way, because the alarm already went off, we'll make sure that it gets done. Let's put Serge on this. Let's make sure we order some food. Folks are not liking the fact that we're running out. So there you go. I don't think we need to buy a second set just yet. We will buy some paper. And other than that, we will continue in the next episode. I want to thank you for your time this time. And until that next episode, fair travels.